Welcome to Rock Solid Productions, where in this video we visit with Insurrection Industries at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo 2018. So now we're here with Matt from Insurrection Cables. Man, first of all, thanks. You guys have got some killer gear. I love your SCART cables. Look for a review up on the channel too. But you have something else really cool that I think this is its public debut.
It is, yeah.
Tell us about the Carby.
Yeah, so the Carby is basically our version of the GameCube HDMI adapter, specifically targeted at having a slim profile, being affordable. One of the things we really focused on that we think is pretty special about it is that we took the time to remake the OEM GameCube component connector to exact specifications, including the metal shield with all the spring retention devices that allow it to make a very secure and safe connection, and also allow it to really connect securely without needing any additional connection points, which again keeps it secure, keeps your GameCube safe, but it also makes sure that there's still access to the analog audio port. I like that particularly because I use monitors a lot of times where they don't have speakers built in. So even though this does digital audio, it leaves the analog audio port open so that if you want to have external speakers in addition, you can do that. I think one of the other benefits is that we enjoy is that for those who want to, you can update the firmware using JTAG, which again is not something that everybody's familiar with, but for those maybe who want to add some custom functionality, it's an option for them. We're definitely happy for them to do it. We will have some centers that people can send them back into for major updates if they want as well. So, yeah, one of the other things I think we really felt was important was making sure that people could use it right out of the box. So we included a remote control and a compact HDMI connector cable so that they can basically open the box, use it right away.
Now, video output out of the box with this, are we looking at 480p? Are we looking 720p, 1080p? Because I think a lot of times people think HDMI, it's automatically going to be 1080p, and that's not necessarily the case. What are we looking at for resolution output on here? And I gotta tell, if you see it rolling here, it's gorgeous.
So we actually use 480p, and that's partly due to the fact that the GC Video solution by Ingo Corp actually, that is what it does. It outputs the native resolution. I think in this era of 4K TVs and 1440p displays and all these different resolutions, in many ways, 480p makes almost the most sense of all, because what you're doing is applying basically no processing to the signal up front and letting whatever display or adapter you're using do all the processing in one step, which honestly is, in my opinion at least, the better way to go. For instance, than us doing some processing maybe to 720 or 1080, which would require one step of processing, only to have someone with a 4K TV need to apply a whole second level of processing on top of that. Like I said, I think in the era when every display was 1080p, it made sense to make something that scaled to 1080p, but in these days, that's often not the best midway point for a display. So,
does it, I know one of the questions that people ask a lot is lag, latency, anything delay like that. Is there anything inherent in the system going, because it's a straight digital to digital signal, it should be pretty clean, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And as a matter of fact, that's also another advantage to not doing a lot of processing of the signal, just putting out 480p, is that as it leaves the device in HDMI, it has no lag essentially applied to it. What we tell folks, particularly like Melee tournament players, is that their lag will be really inherent in the display itself. So, for instance, we have some pro monitors that have maybe 5 milliseconds, or a little bit less than a third of a frame of lag. But some lower cost television sets might have 35, 40 milliseconds, or even 3 or more frames of lag in some cases. And so we just caution people that the lag will be basically dependent on the display, not the device itself.
Well, and another thing too is game mode is your friend if your TV has it.
Right. Right.
Now, in addition to the Carby, which is awesome, first of all, when and where can people get it? I mean, it's on sale at the expo here this weekend, but where can people get it moving forward?
Right. So we offer it on our website, insurrectionindustries.com, free shipping. It's $75 out the door shipped, and that's our price going forward. So this isn't a special introductory deal. This is what we're selling it for, and we really hope that makes it accessible to a lot more people.
And finally, one of the things I do want to hit on is kind of what brought you to the party to begin with is your SCART cables. They are just amazing, but you're expanding the lineup. Originally, it was the Genesis and the Super NES. You've expanded what you have even above and beyond there.
Yeah, again, I think one of our big things was making sure that people could get the best out of their old consoles as they are. I mean, don't get me wrong, I, for myself, enjoy modding here and there. But I know a lot of folks want an option that doesn't require that. And so one of the things we're committed to is making sure that people can get the best out of their systems without a lot of modification. And that's really our focus. And so the RGB cables work into that. We've got some, we're partnering with Video Game Perfection in terms of being the service center for the OSSC, but we're also exploring and working on other options for that. And so, yeah, we really want people to have solutions that are available to buy, that are easy to attain, and that will get the best video possible out of their console. So.
And like I say, if you haven't seen them in action yet, I will have a link down below in a pinned post where we recently streamed some Double Dragon on the Master System. And it's something where if it was available on the Switch like that, and you told me it was a Switch game, I'd buy it. It looks so good. Matt from Insurrection Cables, thank you so much. I'm excited to see these in action. You guys need to pick these up too. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
I do want to thank the guys from Insurrection Industries for spending a few minutes talking with us about the Carby HDMI adapter. If you do have any comments or questions about what you've seen here or anything retro gaming related, as always, feel free to leave a message down in the comments. You can also email us at rocksolidmail@gmail.com. Send us a tweet over at Twitter at RockSolidStudios, or we've always got the conversation going over on our Facebook page at facebook.com/RockSolidProductions. Don't forget, if you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button. Plus, if you want to help support the future of Rock Solid Productions, you can do so over on our Patreon page at patreon.com/rocksolid. For just $1 a month, you can get early access to all of our video content, exclusive content, and more. Finally, to check out the Insurrection line of SCART cables, parts, and accessories, make sure you head on over to CastleManiaGames.com. On all orders $20 and up, you do get free standard shipping and handling in the U.S., and on most items on the site, you also save 10% when you use promo code ROX10. Thank you for watching. My name is Gary, and I hope to see you soon.